Welcome to This Week at Otterbein. I'm Lilly van Wyngaarden. On this show, find out how you can study abroad this spring for a discount.
And I'm Justin Jordan. Also this week, 2 authors will visit next week as a part of the Common Book Program and Executive Guest Lecture Series. But first, in the event of a campus shooter, not many students know what to do, so I decided to find out what the plan is, if there is one. Do you know what you would do in the event of a campus shooter? Do your friends know? Does your roommate know? I decided to ask, why don't more students know what to do if there is one?
I think part of the problem is too, there's only so much you can plan for. In the PowerPoint that's on here, it ends at 2012, but it gives you the rundown of all the school shootings that happened on college campuses for 10 years. And they had security forces, right? But these things happen in seconds. I am really nervous that there's a gun store a block from campus. That makes me very nervous, that level of access so close to campus.
So what is the plan? I decided to ask Chief of Police Larry Banaszak to see what would the campus do if there is a campus shooter.
We have 3 main principles that we talk about throughout our training programs, and the first one is to run away, to get out of danger. If running away is not possible, then we talk about hiding and barricading. And then the third and last resort is to attack the shooter or fight the shooter. In other words, pick up whatever you have, throw it as hard as you can at that person's face. No matter where you're at, whether you're on campus, whether you're off campus, anywhere in the world, run, hide and barricade, and fight as an absolute last resort.
This is Justin Jordan reporting for Otterbein TV. For more information on campus safety, please visit the Campus Safety tab on Otterbein's website.
Kunal Mehta will draw from diverse experiences when he speaks at the Executive Guest Lecture Series. The Disruptors author's background includes being a former investment banker, founder of Unfold, and a strategy associate at Charity Water. Mehta is also the founder of Mehta Apartments and Outpatient, a venture that connects patients and physicians through a video conferencing platform. He'll bring the experiences to his presentation for his Executive Guest Lecture Series on October 20th. Mehta's speech will be held in the Battelle Fine Arts Center Riley's Auditorium. Networking begins at 6 and Mehta speaks at 6:30. The event is free, but you must register to attend, and registration is limited to 200 people.
2015 comic book author Jean-Marie Laskus will visit campus next week. Laskus will speak at a convocation on October 21st at 3 p.m. in Cowan Hall. Immediately following the convocation, she will sign copies of her book, Hidden America, in the Roush Hall lobby. The comic book author will also speak and sign books at a library event on October 22nd at 7:30 p.m. The Department of Theater students will present scenes and interpretations of Hidden America on October 23rd at 10:50 a.m. in the Campus Center Theater. For more details on Laskus's visit, go to the Otterbein website.
If you're considering studying abroad this academic year, you have an added incentive to do this. This May term, all travel courses are tuition-free. Reporter Tim Neptune has more.
Newly housed in the Center for Student Success, Jaren Hill, a study abroad coordinator, can send you abroad tuition-free.
So for the travel courses this year, they are all in May term, which is the term directly after spring semester, and each of the courses are run by a particular faculty member or 2 faculty members that have a topic that has some sort of interest in a specific country. And so it could be an INST, it could be a global studies, it could be a SYE, and each course is run for the term after the semester. And so these courses then are covered by the student expenses with the travel costs, and then $400 of a travel fee. So the travel costs, we try to keep them between $3,000 and $4,000, and then the $400 travel fee is included in that, and so students don't have to pay extra tuition on top of these travel courses. So all expenses while students are traveling are included, with the exception of some meals, and then of course extra things that students want to buy, gifts and extra things. And so it's a really cost-effective way to travel and experience another country while also learning about something specific about that country.
This is Tim Neptune reporting for Otterbein TV.
Team Consent wants to talk about sex at their INST and FYS approved event. The sexual education workshop is intended to open conversation about sexual culture, consent, and violence. You can attend on October 27th from 4 to 5 in Towers 122.
The Otterbein Community Garden donates produce to local food pantries. Its Fall Harvest Festival will have something to offer those not in need too. The October 24th event runs from 10 until noon at the Community Garden at 390 North Spring Road. An array of carnival games, crafts, educational stations, farmers market, and service projects are set up for the community to enjoy. You can park at Heritage Middle School. If you're interested in volunteering for the festival, contact Leslie Cabin.
This Friday, October 16th, Otterbein's Gamers Guild is hosting a game truck event called Game Truck Orama. Game tournaments include Call of Duty, Mario Kart, Just Dance, and FIFA. There will also be food, music, and prizes, and the event begins at 9 p.m. and the end will be at 1 a.m. in the campus center. If you have any questions, please contact Jay Corbett for more information on the event.
With The Walking Dead's new season premiering, you may need an app that satisfies your craving for all things zombie. On this week's Tech Time with Jay, we take a look at the app The Walking Dead Road to Survival.
Here we go. Oh yeah, this is a nice little setup in here. I can dig it. Let's start. Hey guys, and welcome to this edition of Tech Time with Jay. I'm Jay Corbett, and this week we're going to be taking a look at a scary game. Well, not so scary, but really a niche type of show. A show that you have to watch to get into, but now it's in game form. It is The Walking Dead Road to Survival. Let's take a look at this game now, shall we? In an all-new story based on the original The Walking Dead graphic novels, recruit iconic survivors like Rick and Glenn to join your team and break free from the reign of a madman. You can obliterate walkers and other survivors with a deadly arsenal of weapons, including the almighty katana. Power up your team to combat against enemy raids and fortify your home base with supplies gathered from dangerous PvP and PvE missions. Find strength in numbers, band together through powerful factions with friends and allies to destroy your enemies. In this seemingly endless zombie apocalypse, it's kill or be killed as you fight for survival. Well guys, that's The Walking Dead Road to Survival for you. It's free on the Google Play Store and the iOS Store. It's basically based on the Robert Kirkman comics that were created, and it's loosely kind of based off of the show that's going on AMC right now. By the way, The Walking Dead has returned back on AMC with the new season, so you guys should go check it out while playing the game and watching it. I'm Jay Corbett. This is Tech Time with Jay. You guys have a great week.
This week at Otterbein, learn about the history of women's athletics here.
But first, here are some upcoming campus events to keep in mind when making your plans this week.
Soccer team took another tumble in the OAC standings on Tuesday, falling 2-1 against Ohio Northern. The Cardinals got a goal from Madison Birchfield off a set piece from Alex Ancona. However, that would be the only scoring the Cardinals would get in the match. The Polar Bears got 2 goals in the last 20 minutes of the match to take the lead and pick up the victory. The Cards totaled just 1 shot in the last 16 minutes and 32 seconds. After starting off 2-0 in conference, the Cardinals have now fallen to 2-2. Otterbein will look to rebound on the turf at Memorial Stadium on Friday against the Muskies of Muskingum. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. The Otterbein men's soccer team didn't fare any better in their matchup with the Polar Bears on Wednesday night. The Cardinals failed to put the ball in the back of the net, losing the match 2-0. The Cardinals have now allowed 9 goals since winning their first OAC matchup against Heidelberg way back on October 3rd. Otterbein is now 1-2-1 in conference play and 6-5-2 overall. The Cards will travel to New Concord to take on Muskingum. Kickoff is set for 4 p.m. The Otterbein football team took home a win in their rivalry game on Saturday, defeating Capital 49-34. John Piles led the way rushing the ball for the Cardinals. He carried 12 times for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns, including setting the record for the longest run in school history with a 99-yard touchdown run. Here's David Kinder's call of the record-setting play.
Green standing in his own end zone. Piles, the running back behind him. First down and 10 from their own 1-yard line. Low snap, hands it off to Piles. Piles carries straight ahead. A big hole to run through for John Piles. He's out across the 40, across midfield. He's to the 30, to the 20, 15, 10, 5, 99 yards for John Piles right through the heart of the Capital defense. And Otterbein takes a 20-7 lead. I'm just guessing, probably the longest run in school history.
For the Cards, totaling 5 touchdowns for Otterbein. He came just 1 touchdown shy of tying the school record for touchdowns in a game with 6. Drew Irvin was the bright spot for the Cardinals on defense. Irvin made 17 tackles in the win against the Crusaders. The effort earned Irvin OAC Defensive Player of the Week for the 2nd time this season. The Cards will next take to the field on Saturday night against the Fighting Muskies of Muskingum. You can watch that game right here on Otterbein TV. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. under the lights at Memorial Stadium. The Otterbein volleyball team continues to struggle in the OAC with a 3-0 loss to 22-ranked Ohio Northern on Tuesday. The Polar Bears took a 25-15 win in the first set and never looked back. Casey White led the way for the Cardinals in kills with 10. Otterbein has now fallen to 1-3 in conference play. The next time the Cards will take to the floor is on Saturday morning at 11:30 in New Concord. You can follow live stats of the match on OtterBeinCardinals.com. The Otterbein women's golf team finished their fall season on a high note, finishing 2nd out of 6 teams in the OAC Invitational at Mount Union. The host school had 3 top 10 finishers to win the event by a stroke. Otterbein's Hannah Myers was the individual leader, shooting an 83. Cardinals' Bailey Pontus and Anna Jobko tied for 5th place. The Cards end their fall season with 5 top 10 finishes out of their 5 tournaments. So guys, it was definitely an exciting week in sports, but hopefully the Cardinals can rebound in a few of their sports against Muskingum coming up this weekend.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, that's all for this week in Otterbein. Thank you so much for watching.
You forgot to move the camera, David.
That's not the problem.